God created time, but God does not live in time. God created time, but he lives outside of time. In the wisdom of God, God created man and placed man in time. Now, I want you to note down that time is a limitation. So that there are certain things you will need to do within time. If the time beats you, you can't do it again. Time is a limitation. If time is a limitation, then it means that God created man and placed man in limitation. Time is a limitation. God created time, but he himself does not live in time. He lives outside of time. He lives in eternity. So that your tomorrow is God's past, actually. Your future is actually God's past. Now, God created time and placed man in time and said, live in time. Meanwhile, time is a limitation. You cannot play professional football after 50 years or even 40 years. You cannot be enlisted in the Ghanaian army when you are more than 30 years as a youth. No. Unless at a particular level of certificate and profession. So there are things you must do in time. You cannot be like a child that is crawling even at 20 years. It's a medical concern. So we are limited by time. God places us in time. Now, because God placed us in time, he will need to give us what we call a system of advantage, so that we will be able to beat time and fulfill destiny. Which is why, if somebody should die at the age of 30 today, we will say it's what a shock or premature death. But Jesus died at the age of 33 and a half. And he fulfilled destiny. Because he worked in such a way that time was not a limitation. Am I communicating? God gave an advantage in the realm of the spirit in order to prove a point that as far as I am concerned as Elohim, time cannot limit me. So I can step beyond time. I can step behind time. And I can interfere within time and cause changes in the life of man. And I am praying and believing that somebody here, you are beyond time. But I came to announce to you, by the time we are living here, you are going to be the latest in town. They say you are late. They say you are behind time. But you are going to be the latest in time. Let me hear your amen as a believer. Let me hear your amen as a believer. Now, with this system of advantage that God created, he put in the system a couple of things that should work for man. One of this system of advantage is the word bless. The word bless. System of advantage. The word bless. B-L-E-S-S. The word bless is one of the system of advantage that God placed available to humankind. How do I know this? When you go into the creation story, when God decided to make man with clay, the Bible said he was without life, and God breathed ruach, his spirit, into man, and man became a living soul. Immediately man became a living soul. He needed to fulfill purpose and destiny. I'm using man here not as the male. I'm talking about male and female. Man, Adam, humankind, creation. Now, when you read the Bible, after God finished everything, the first thing God did, Genesis 1:25, and God made man in his image, male and female created in him. Then in the verse 26, the very first thing God had to do in order to interfere with time so that mankind can fulfill destiny was that the Bible said, and God blessed man and said, be fruitful and multiply. Note this word. I'll show you a mystery about it after the creation was destroyed in the days of Noah and how God activated it again. You'll be shocked. So you wait. I'm going to unpack some mysteries to you here. So listen to me carefully. Because the word, oh, bless me, is a prayer. And I have come to understand, in all humility and sincerity, say, sometimes the frustration of our prayer is that we don't understand things. So we pray for things we should not be praying for. And we fast for things we should not be fasting for.